India. I'm in Terre Haute, Indiana there. Go ahead.
The call here is 0175 United November Papa. Name is Radio Uniform.
Well, and the band just fell out. The band fell out. We'll see what we can do here in a minute or so. Maybe it'll grace us with the path once again. Anybody else want to jump in there? Whiskey Zero Tango Hotel India.
Yeah, W6LVW. Sorry I got called away. But hello, Ken. How's the pork roast? What time's dinner? And can I come over?
Now wait a minute. That's getting a little bit personal. But yeah, about another hour on the pork loin that's out there smoking. And sure, if you can make it in an hour, yeah, we'll set another plate out for you. What's the name and location there? W6LBW, W0THI.
Yeah, okay, Ken. Yeah, the name is Mick, Mexico, Italy, Canada Kilowatt, short for Michael, Mick, and we're located just north of Colorado Springs, near the little town of Monument, Colorado. Ken, go ahead.
Hey, okay, Mick, fine business. Well, sounds like the band's getting a little long. I don't know if you're hearing Art or Larry out there, but we're playing around with some audio settings, and we're just trying to stay out of the way of everybody else. But hey, we welcome anybody that wants to jump in there and and join us. So yeah, you're sounding good up here in Terre Haute tonight. You're somewhere between S9 and 10 over. So what a signal there, over.
Yeah, okay, well, thank you. So we're running an IC 7300, a homebrew kilowatt amplifier, and the antenna's a Delta loop. The top of it's up about 65 feet, over.
Kilo Delta Sierra Yankee Golf, listening from Ohio.
And I hear the Ohio station in there. Art, I don't know if you can hear the Ohio station maybe better than I can. We'll turn him loose here in just a moment. Okay, Mick. Well, the 7300 sounds good. The amplifier is great, and the antenna is working for you, man. I'm running a FTDX 1200 with a little bit of audio gear into a Henry 3 Kilo Delta Premier amplifier. I'm running just shy of a kilowatt now. It's not running too heavy right now. Into 4080 trap dipole, so it's about 65 feet in the air. So that's the station here. And yeah, you're coming in really good. So I'm thinking that maybe we're in gray line right now here in Indiana. So yeah, it's working fine, man. Go ahead.
Yeah, very good, Ken. Yeah, I'm copying Larry, okay. Art's a little light here with the noise we're contending with, but I probably hear most of everybody else, and I'll just stand by here and listen. Maybe I'll learn something. Ken, go ahead.
Well, I don't know. The three of us, Larry, Art, and myself, we're always into trying to learn something from everybody else, so... Not that we're professionals at anything at all, we just kind of hang in there, and we know what we like to hear, and we try to learn from all that stuff and all that junk. So, Art, are you hearing Mick out there in Colorado Springs?
Yes. Oh yeah. I talked with when you were away checking on the dinner. I had a little QSO with Mick, and yeah, it's a little rough for us, of course. He's way out there in Colorado, so my little 35-foot dipole. But oh well, that it is what it is. But of course, if Larry twisted that metal around, it'd probably be a lot better. He's coming off the side of Larry's beam, but nevertheless, he still hears him. So real quick, depending on the conditions, I don't know, can you copy me okay, like right now, real quick for a quick test, Ken, do you, as far as the signal and the audio strength, go ahead.
Yeah, I got you really, actually pretty good there, Art, go ahead.
Okay, so Larry just gave me the compressor settings, and apparently I was way off. My knobs, the numbers weren't even close. So it's right now it's off. It is off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and now it's engaged. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's with the values from Larry's M1 right off his software. It seemed to go a little dimmer in my headphones, like it seemed like it decreased the audio level, but maybe on the post, the post output, maybe it's doing what you're saying with the AGC. Go ahead.
Well, I kind of like the setting that you're sitting at right now. I see a bit of a null there at 2600. I don't know if that's the band. I'm going to chalk it up to the band. But I think your density is better on this position. I don't know what your power output looks like. But as far as density and actually punching through the noise, I kind of like this position. Your setting that you got right now, I kind of like it better there. Over.
Okay. And that's what I'll name the profile. We'll call this Ken's selection. No, whatever. And that's what it's all about. It's trial and error. And, what am I, 3 days into this thing? So, getting over that first hurdle and understanding some of the parameters. But we're getting there. It's fun. It's, I'm learning about the compressor settings now. So, a little critiques here and there, which is expected, which I really appreciate. I appreciate your ear.
Well, Art, I'll tell you what. You've got your voice between 0 and about 700 hertz. You have got a fantastic, and I don't know any other words to say this. You've got a fantastic rumble down there, at 100 hertz or thereabouts, and just the signature on the pen adapter from 0 to about 700 is just amazing, man. You've got a lot of density down there. It's loud. It's commanding. I don't know that anybody has any trouble hearing you, and that's what it's all about. And you add that power and density down there, along with some subtleties up there on the top end. It makes you just really good to hear. So, might I speak for everybody on the frequency? You have just a very easy, subtle voice to listen to. If I had a critique, I might say, bring the compression up a little bit and compress the signal maybe just a pinch more. But holy cow, you're punchy, you're very intelligible. And just sounds really good right now, Art. I don't know that I have anything more to add to that. N4QNT, W0THI.
No problem. Well, Ken, I appreciate it. And, just, a little critique here and there. And I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, no, you guys, I have this just right. Don't tell me anything. No way. I want to hear it. I want to, if there's a little something I can adjust or add, I'm certainly willing to listen and learn at the same time. And obviously, your experience is certainly respected. I have to say that. I understand, what you're doing and what you do all day, and you've been doing it for years. So I appreciate some of the jargon and even blurting out some of the numbers as reference, wherever you see me on the spectrum. So that's great. Going back to your box real quick, the 3000, is that a Eventide H3000? Is that something? Is it actually a box or is it software?
Oh no, it's a box. The H3000B, H3000 Bravo. Man, this thing dates back to probably the mid '80s or so. This thing, it's the one that I play around with all the time. I can do, when the long wire jumps on, I always, I always make fun of him and say the long wire and do stuff like that. And it'll do compression, it'll do reverb, it'll do
all kinds of neat stuff like talk like the chipmunks
and. Just all kinds of neat stuff, but it does have a really nice reverb to it that adds to some room ambience, and that's what I like about it. So the H3000 I've also got, let's see, I've got a 4,000 here that I don't have on. I've got a 4,000, what the heck is this thing? It's the newer model of the 3,000, but I've got a 4,000 sitting here that I'm contemplating on selling, getting rid of, because I don't need it. I really don't need it. But it's got a lot more bells and whistles on it. But anyway, the H3000B made by Eventide. What a cool piece of equipment! A little bit goes a long way, and I don't like to take advantage of it too much, but it's kind of fun once in a while. N4QNT, W0THI.
Oh, I completely understand now. It makes sense how you're able to produce some of these sound effects and things that you do, with the call, which is awesome. That's cool when you're, when you ID sometimes with your MP3 that you made up. Obviously, that box played a role. Yeah, I found it. I see it now. That's awesome. My goodness. They're definitely not cheap. I mean, brandy new ones, maybe a newer model, maybe it looks a little different, but it might be some of the same internal components. But boy, that's not a cheap toy, that's for sure. I see. I just found one now.
Yeah, you know what? And these are retired pieces from some of my old studios that they were just going to throw these things away. And I'm thinking, no. If you're going to throw them away, throw them in my trash can. Well, they ended up in my trash can, so there you go. But
almost lost Ken here.
It's fun stuff. I like playing around with audio, and if somebody tells me it sucks, I'll turn it off. I'm not, I'm relatively new to this HF game. I'm used to 15 kilohertz wide audio. I process 15 kilohertz wide audio all the time, and not 2.5 kilohertz audio. So I'm still kind of new at this game too, Art. And but I like playing around with audio. So you guys got to listen to all this crap that I'm producing from the shack. So if it sounds bad, I want to know about it, and I'll change it. So but other than that, I'm having fun with it, and it's all in good fun. And if you can't have fun with amateur radio, then what the heck? It's kind of the way I'm looking at it. I know you and Larry and Mick out there in Colorado Springs, and I thought I heard an Ohio station jump in there. We probably ought to turn that loose and see if the Ohio station is still out there. But Tom out there in Aurora, Missouri, and everybody is just having fun with ham radio. And there's different aspects, but I kind of thrive on audio. I want somebody to hear me and say, "Hey, you sound okay." Other than sounding like a telephone call and all that stuff. Let's enhance the hobby. Show the world that we know how to do this. And there's a lot of things that we as hams do that the professional markets, whether it's broadcast or aviation or anybody else. They kind of take a look at that and they say, oh, well, hey, look what the hams are doing. And they take that and they develop it. And, we can say, hey, we founded that. So that's pretty cool stuff. N4QNT, W0THI. And I don't know if the Ohio station that jumped in there 10 minutes ago may still be in there or not, Art. But and I don't know if Larry's still in there or not. I think he is. But anyway, I'm going to duck out here for just a moment and refresh my beverage. Go ahead, Art.
Okay. All right, yeah, we're hoping the band's going to hold up. Larry mentioned that you were dropping out a little bit. But it's funny, that comment you made about how these stations just discard things. And how many 528 made it into the